Hi everybody and welcome to Open Source Tonight. Today I wanted to talk to you about this feature that's come into Ubuntu systems recently, and it shows news in the apt command. So if you're running an update on your system, you'll actually see this little thing that says what's going on with Ubuntu and such. Now, I don't really think it's a bad thing. Another thing they tried out recently, and I think they've gotten rid of it, but that was they were putting an advertisement for Ubuntu Pro, one of their paid subscriptions, in there. The company Canonical was for Ubuntu. Now, my stance on the advertisement is it is a free piece of software that the company is releasing for us, Ubuntu, and I don't really mind the advertisement. I'm not saying I'm a big fan of it, but it's not that intrusive. I can live with it if that's the only thing we have to get Ubuntu for free. I think that's a pretty decent deal. But again, I'm not particularly in love with the idea that there's an advertisement inside of my operating system. That's one thing that I don't particularly care for, but you know, it's not the end of the world. Now, as far as turning off the news feature, because as far as I know, the built-in advertisers, I don't know if you can turn those off. You probably can somehow, I'm not sure. But if you look at the bottom of the screen here, there's a command you can type. They actually give you this as well when it shows the news at the bottom normally for me. But you can run this command and it will stop showing you the news. Now, I think we should leave the news on because that lets you know kind of what's going on in the Ubuntu world. I imagine that when something goes end of life, like a version of Ubuntu is not going to be supported anymore, that they will put a little thing in there talking about that, little stuff like that, that, you know, maybe you're just busy working on stuff and you forget to check these things or keep up with these things. I get it, you know, when you're working in IT and computers and stuff, it's easy to get distracted by, you know, putting out all the little fires that pop up so you don't pay attention and then you forget something like, oh, this product's going to end of life next month, right? So I think that could happen and, you know, potentially to somebody. And even though it hasn't happened to me specifically, I could still see like there's concerns about it, where it could happen to you and little things like that. So I think that having the news in there is actually something I would leave on, but at the same time, I don't particularly like the advertisement. So, you know, I wanna know what you think. Let me know in the comments, but personally, I think that the advertisement is not something I'm interested in. You know, it's not a no-go. Just again, I know I've said it like 3 times, but I'm just not a fan of advertising in my operating system. That being said, I don't particularly have as much of an issue with the news, but again, you can turn it off. Here's the command on the bottom of the screen right now if you want to turn it off. So, you know, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. It's just a quick video that I'm just getting in the can real quick here. This is a video I've been planning on making for a while. I've seen other people talk about this as well, and I had planned on talking about it for the last several weeks, and I'm just now getting around to it. So as far as the advertisement thing goes, by the way, I haven't seen anything on it really per se on like the Ubuntu Pro ad lately, but we'll have to wait and see if those come back or not. But anyway, let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Thank you so much for watching Open Source Tonight, everybody. Goodbye, everybody.
And action.